Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm Carolyn, the Flosstube Stitcher, and welcome to the first video for 2024. This will be my January WIP update video. I've got a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things to show, and I think the best way is just let's get stuck right in, shall we? Okay, so January I had 3 new starts and also 1 finish. So we'll discuss those first and we'll get on to a little bit of a haul, and I've got some other sort of things I want to have a chat to you about. So I've got all my notes right in front of me and we'll see if we can get this done without any editing. So new year, new start. I chose to do a Shannon Christine's design, the 2023 Nutcracker, with my friend Kathy. On Instagram, she's known as sunnycat2762. And I chose to do the Nutcracker design. I'll put up a picture here of what the finished look will be. And this is the fabric's a bit crooked in my frame, so please excuse that. So this is how he's looking so far. I'm really happy with this. So I'm stitching this on 32 count opalescent Belfast linen. Now you're probably sick of hearing about this fabric from me by now. I actually didn't plan on stitching it on this. I was going to do it on something actually darker, but I didn't quite have enough fabric and I didn't allow enough time for shipping. So I had plenty of this, so this was it again. Stitch 2 over 2, and the only changes I've made to this so far is I've swapped out the Chronic for Petite Treasure braid. So I've only had 2 days of stitching on this. The first day obviously being a public holiday, I was able to get a lot of stitches in and managed 1,000 stitches, so I was really happy with that. And worked on this again on the 1st of February. So this is going to be my February video and you've already seen it. But just do a little close up there for you. Really happy with the colors. Think it looks quite nice on this raw linen with the sparkle. And I've just started adding the metallic thread, as you can see there. I'll leave all the beads till last, and I've just realized that I've ordered the wrong size beads. I'm going to need petite beads for this, so I'll have to reorder those. In the white, I've got plenty of the gold. So yeah, so that's that one, and very happy with that. Probably be stitching that on the 1st of each month at this stage because I've got such a busy year planned. If anyone's interested in the Shannon Christine Nutcracker design, she's actually stated on her Facebook group that she hopes to be releasing the Nutcracker for this year in July, which is fantastic because then it will give people plenty of time to finish them. That's not how I had planned to do these. I thought she was going to release them late each year, so I was going to do these as a new start each year and just obviously change the year at the bottom, but that's okay. You know, we're floss tubers, we make changes all the time, don't we? We have all these lofty plans and they don't always happen, so just gotta roll with it. All right, so my next start, I started on the 2nd. Now obviously you're going to see a bit of a February start in here as well, so you need to ignore that. So this is another Shannon Christine's design, and this is Santa Mug. So you saw Deer Mug in December. So January start was Santa Mug, and he is just so cute. Look at him. Oh my goodness. Again, on 32 count opalescent Belfast linen, stitch 2 over 2. Now there was an option to do this with hand-dyed threads, but I chose to do mine in DMC, and look, I think they look great. The colors really pop. Looks so nice on that raw linen, and I'm loving this so much. So don't look at the February. I'm not allowed to see that yet. I'll be working on the February until this week until that's finished. You'll see that in the next video. But so there's always a lot of people commenting on this and wanting to know how to join. So if you go on to Shannon Christine's website, which is shannonchristine.com, and head to the memberships page, and then you select the Continuous Christmas Club. And the way it works is you pay, it's $8 a month and the money will be deducted each month from the date that you signed up. So if you sign up on the 1st, your money will come out on the 1st of every month. If you sign up on the 16th, your money will come out on the 16th of every month. And you'll be charged. So obviously if you sign up now, you'll probably start at the February month. And then what you'll need to do is just purchase these two additionally at $8 each. They're there on the website, available for people that are in the club. But these won't be available to anyone else outside of the club until the whole year is done, I believe. I think that's the process. So yeah, really lovely, and really, really loving that. That was new start number 2. Sorry for me leaning over. New start number 3. Now this was the one I was the most excited about, and so many of you have joined in on this stitch along, and I'm so happy. This is just wonderful. So this is the 2024 Quaker Flag SAL. It's hosted by Nicole at Davanelli Design Studio and Gail at Wombat Hollow Crafts, and the designer is Vivienne from Vivsters on Etsy. And oh, look there, I cannot believe this. It's just, I couldn't put this down. So we started stitching this on Australia Day. Some other people started earlier, and that's completely fine. So Australia Day was 26th of January, and obviously I'm doing the Australia flag. So I stitched on this for 3 days. Over that period, I took a long weekend. So for us, Friday was public holiday. I also took the Monday off. So I had 4 days off work, but I only stitched on this on 3. I did my MERMAIDS on the 4th day. So anyway, let me get a bit closer. Oh, this is just heaven. I have never done a Quaker flag before. A Quaker designs before. And I just love how you stitch it. This is on, what have I got this on? I didn't even write it down. This is a 32 count Murano, white Murano. It also says Lugano, Murano, Lugano. Oh my goodness. So what I did was, you can see this thread hanging here, probably wondering why I've got that there. I was undecided whether I was going to start in the middle or whether I was going to start in the top left. So I marked it, I marked both. So the way I mark it is I put a little pin and then I put a little bit of cotton through the stitch. So I haven't pulled that out yet, because obviously I started in the middle, and I decided I'm going to work on the Union Jack side of it first, and then I'll do the rest of the flag. It's just heaven to stitch with. Now, Nicole and Gail have also set up Zoom meetings. If you haven't come along to one of the Zoom meetings, please really think about it. I've never done a Zoom meeting before. I was a little bit nervous, but it was so easy to join, and it was so much fun. I got to meet Nicole and Gail and Vivienne, as well as all these other wonderful ladies, and we were all just sitting there stitching. And if you're a bit too scared to talk, don't worry about it. You don't have to talk on there. You can just say hello, where you're from, and that's it. If you don't want to talk, that's fine. But we talk about all sorts of things on there, and obviously we're all stitching at the same time, and oh, it's wonderful. I just absolutely love it. So much fun. So yes, I believe there are over 50 different flags now that Vivienne, the wonderful Vivienne, has designed for all of us. She's such a talented lady, and it's just fantastic seeing them all coming to life. I wish I could spend, really, this is the one I just want to stitch on at the moment, but I've got more pressing things that have to be done, and this one's just going to have to take a little back step. But I made good progress. So far I've done 3,917 stitches in 3 days, so really happy with that, and that's 8.53% of the whole design. And we were actually discussing how everyone's working through the blocks. Are we working through, side by side or by color? So it was really interesting seeing what everyone sort of had their own different approach to how they were doing the Quaker blocks. So it was fantastic. Me personally, I was approaching each block on its own. So I was obviously stitching one block at a time, and if I could see a definite pattern that I could stitch, it's really hard for me to explain, but basically I would stitch around the outside of the pattern and like work my way inside. So that's how I approach them. But if there wasn't much white, like this one here, for example, I would work across and skip across. But if there's big gaps of white, I didn't want to carry my thread too far behind the back in case it shows. I don't think it will, but just in case. So yes, as you can see, I'm very passionate about this one. I really love it and I cannot wait. And I've got some more to talk about with these flags in just a moment. So we'll get on to that in a bit. All right, let me just wind that up and keep it nice and tidy and clean. Okay, and I'll put the links down below for the Facebook group for the Quaker Flag sale, so you can please join. It's not too late. You can join anytime, and they've got prizes on offer, and it's just wonderful, and it's just nice being able to all stitch the same thing. So if you're doing this already at home, I really hope you're enjoying it. I'm sure you are, because how could you not? I think it's just awesome. Okay, and my last WIP that I have been working on is my focus piece. So this is my Mirabilia Mermaids of the Deep Blue. Let me just unravel her. And this is her. She's all stitched, but I've been adding the beads. Let me just go up a little bit closer so you can see. So that's about where I got up to with the beading. So there's still all that to go. A lot. There are a ton of beads in this one. Some Mirabilias don't have so many. Some probably have even more than this one. This one still has a ton. So it's taken me a long time. I'm a very slow beader. So a lady on Instagram, Donna Cosino, I hope I pronounced that right. Hello, Donna. She asked me to talk about, actually, I don't think she was on Instagram. I think she mentioned it in my last video. Sorry, Donna. She asked me to talk a bit more about the skin, how I do the skin and the beading. I'd really like to do a video. I think that's the best way to do it. Now, obviously, I've finished the skin on this one. So that will have to wait till I start my next Mirabilia, which will be in February. So I can do a video then, that's fine. But I did do my skin 2/1 stitch. So every square that you see on the chart becomes 4 miniature tent stitches. And it's really as simple as that. I found it so much easier. It still gets that incredibly fine detail. And I'm really, really happy with it. And I'll continue to do it that way, because it takes half the time as doing 1/1 cross stitch. So I love that. And the beading, I am planning on doing a video. I had done one and my camera decided it wasn't going to video it in the landscape mode, so I'm gonna have to do it again, but that's okay. There's still lots of beading left, so I can still do that beading and show you what I need to show you. Now, I forgot to mention that this is stitched on 28 count opalescent Night Sky Lugana from Pole Stitches in the UK. Stitched 2/2, and I swapped out the chronic for Petite Treasure Braid, but look how much that sparkles. Oh, I just love this. So when it's beaded, and it has to be, because they are coming to the Mirabilia retreat with me as a non-framed finished piece. So I'll be guarding that with my life. And I still have to sign it as well, because I sign all my pieces. All right, so that's it for what I've been working on. Now, I want to go through a little bit of a haul and show you that. Now, I was very lucky. I came across a, I think I saw it on Instagram first, and sorry, I'm just getting pictures up. Felicia at Mouse Potato Designs had a competition going on her website, on her Flosstube, and on her Instagram. And you just had to tag people, I think. No, what did you have to do? I can't remember now. I can't remember what the details were because it was a little while back now. Anyway, I entered that competition, and I was actually one of the lucky winners. There were quite a few winners. I think there was like 25 or something winners, and each one won something different. There were project bags to be won. There were charts. Some designers had donated to Felicia prizes, which was wonderful, and then the rest Felicia actually paid out of her own pocket. So I just want to say thank you once again to Felicia at Mouse Potato Designs, because that was awesome. So I actually won a choice of a chart from the Little Stitcher on Etsy, and to the value of $15. And boy, was that hard to decide. You know, I'm a Libran, you know, I struggle making decisions, but this, her designs are gorgeous. And I know a lot of you have already stitched them because I've seen them from time to time, especially over the years. So she's been around for a long time, but anyway, this is the one I chose. It's called Robins and Snow. And I chose this because I love birdhouses, and I'm pretty sure I haven't stitched one yet. And this one comes with all those designs, and I thought, how cute. So if you have not heard of the Little Stitcher on Etsy, please go have a look. She has amazing designs and all different prices, and there's something there for everyone. It's fantastic. It's awesome. All right, then I purchased, now we're back to the flag sale. I love this so much that I decided I was going to purchase 2 more flags because I wanted to honour my heritage. My parents are English, and my grandparents, my grandmother was from Wales. Not going to go there yet, but my ancestry goes into Ireland. So I purchased the UK flag, and that's what it will look like. And I'm going to start this one on, I wrote it down here, 23rd of April. Now that's a Tuesday. So Tuesday is my travel day because I babysit Hazel and I only get a very small amount of time to stitch. So this will only be a very, very small start on the Tuesday, but there'll be other times that I'll be able to work on it. And then the other one I purchased was the Ireland flag. And I'm going to be starting this one on St. Patrick's Day, which is March the 17th. I always think it's the 16th, 17th. So I'm looking forward to that. Now these are big designs. So these 3 flags are going to take me forever. Anyway, I decided because the Australia flag's going to be quite a big one, I didn't want to have 3 big framed flags on the wall because it's just going to look ridiculous. So I've decided to do the UK and the Ireland flag on 32 count 1/1. Now I've never done that before, so it's going to be new for me. And if it doesn't work, I might change to 28 count or something like that. But I have enough fabric left over that I purchased for my Australia flag to be able to do these 2 as well without having to buy any more fabric. So I like that idea. Whether my eyes can take it, I don't know, but we'll see. And yeah, I'm just really excited. And then I'm not going to get too far ahead of myself, but I really would like to do the one from Wales as well, because as I said, my grandmother was from Wales and I've seen that one. It's got the dragon on it and just awesome. And yeah, I don't know, this can take forever. So look, I'm saying it now, it probably won't happen. Anyway, all right, next I bought a few things from JK's Cross Stitch Supplies. They're here in Australia. So you know, I mentioned this on the previous video that I wanted to do the Fabulous House series from Cottage Garden Samplings. So she's actually selling these, Janet is selling these. So I got number 1, which is Santa's House. Now I haven't decided when I'm going to start this. I did say it was going to be a planned start for 2024. I really think I've overcommitted. So look, I'm not going to push myself for it because I still haven't decided how I'm going to stitch it. The idea of doing them all in one piece is wonderful, but it's going to be big unless I stitch it on very fine count fabric. Again, don't know if my eyes can take that. So I think that's why I haven't planned on starting it yet, because I'm still undecided. They would look great individual, maybe as pillows or I don't know, but these are quite big. They're 120 wide by 120 high. So, you know, my preferred fabric is always 28 or 32 count, and that makes for quite a large stitch. And then you've got 12 of them. Anyway, we'll see how that goes. While I was on her website, I also purchased, again from Cottage Garden Samplings, Christmas Parade. I couldn't resist that. Sorry, a bit of glare. It's so cute. I love that. And I like it on the grey. I've never stitched on grey, and I think that's really lovely. And then I had to also get Christmas Delivery by the same designer. They're gorgeous. You know I love Christmas stuff. I also purchased a whole heap of threads for my upcoming project, so I'm not going to bore you with those. But she did have a sale, and she still has a sale on fabric. So I grabbed these because I don't have a lot of fabric in my stash. I do have a bunch of hand-dyeds, but they're particular colours and they're not always suitable for what I want to stitch. So they'll be there until I find the right piece. Anyway, Janet had this on special. It's a piece of 19 by 27 inch Belfast linen in pink. It's only like $15, I think. So okay, I don't have any pink fabric. And I think I actually have something in mind, maybe in 2025, that I might like to start on that. And then also some Quaker cloth in 28 count, 19 by 27 inch. Now this is a discontinued colour. So this was also $15, I believe. So if anyone wanting this, snap it up before it's all gone. So that's it from JK's. And all right, on a cross stitch D-stash group on Facebook, I got this little wonderful piece called Children's Garden by Butternut Road, and I've wanted this ever since I saw Dana stitch this on Flosstube, because it's something about when you look at these and you think, oh, that's really cute, but then you see someone stitch it and then you fall in love. So I couldn't resist, and it was such a good price. And I'm pretty sure this is my first Butternut Road chart. I might be wrong, I might have one other, but I really don't have much in the way of that. So that was pretty wonderful. Now, some exciting news, and I have a big thank you to put out for to D-Stitcher. So in D-Stitcher's last video, unless she's done one in January, for January, she showed an Alice in Wonderland chart that she was stitching, and by showing that, she's introduced me to a new designer called Our Forest Embroidery, which some of you may be aware of. I was not. I'd never heard of them before. And she showed this Alice in Wonderland chart, and she said how it was free and it's still available on their website. And I was like, oh, free charts, wow, yes please. So I went and had a look, and there was a ton of free charts. So I downloaded a whole heap of them, including the Treasure Island. I know it wasn't Dee's cup of tea, but I thought of that for future use. So yes, definitely have that, thank you. And then I thought, well, if these free designs are so good, what's their paid charts like? So I went and had a look, and I found my barley piece. I was umming and ahhing about a few, and it didn't seem quite right. And then I found this. This is called Garden CARP. And that is exactly the sort of thing I was looking for. Two koi fish in a yin yang symbol, and that little temple up the top just reminded me of barley. And the little bridge, I actually had a photo on the bridge, on one of the bridges in Bali, and as soon as I saw it, yes, that's for me. And what I found surprising was, obviously this website is in Russian, I think. So there are English translations there about the place, you just have to look carefully. But what I found was interesting was they prompted you to purchase this from their Etsy store. And so I went to Etsy, and it was more expensive. And I didn't understand that. Why would you prompt me to buy it from there when I can actually buy it from you direct and it's cheaper? So just a heads up, anyone interested in any Our Forest embroidery, have a look on the website first, look at the price, then check out the Etsy and go with the cheaper option, because that's what I did. Now I'm going to be stitching this on a beautiful piece of 28 count Weichelt, I think it's pronounced like that, linen in water lily. I wanted to get the same fabric that I did the Fairy Garden collection on, but I can't find it anywhere apart from 123 Stitch maybe, but that might have even still been different, I don't know. It's not really showing up correct. Let me put something, I've got nothing really. Anyway, it's a mint green, a light sage green, that's what it is. So I think that, well, that's pretty much what they've done it on as well. They look totally different there, but you just got to trust me. Now that design also is not all cross stitch, it's got some specialty threads, specialty stitches in it as well. So I thought that'll be exciting, something different. So thank you so much, Dee, for showing me that, because you just made my life a whole lot easier. And I don't have to worry about looking for that right koi fish design anymore. So that is wonderful. And again, go check out Our Forest Embroidery, even if you just want some free stuff. They got a whole stack there. Now, just a little bit of inspiration enabling maybe. Shannon Christine Designs, if you like her stuff, she has started a new Halloween stitch along, which looks awesome. Thank you, Kelly, but I did already know, but thank you for trying to enable me even more. It's basically 12 spooky houses. She's got the border all there set up. Looks awesome. Kelly asked me if I was going to be doing it, and I said I've already overcommitted for 2024, but I'm really tempted. Let me tell you, really tempted. I said to Kelly, I'll wait until some more houses get released. This is going to be done the same as like the Christmas Club, where you have to sign up for a monthly subscription and then you download them each month. I really have to try and stay away, because I mean, it's still going to be there. It's going to be there next year and the year after. So I don't have to do it while everyone else is doing it. And maybe that's what I need to remind myself, that I need to just stick with what I have planned. Oh, it's so hard, isn't it? Sometimes watching Flosstube is detrimental. Okay, now one other person I wanted to thank as well is Nicole from Davanelli Design Studio. So while we were doing our Zoom meeting for the Quaker Flag SAL, we were talking about reading glasses, and Nicole said she recommended these glasses for me. So my issue has been, you know, I have a travel piece. I take it to work, and the finer counts, especially like 32 count, my eyes are struggling with that with just using my normal prescription glasses. So at home, I have a magnifier with a lamp, and I stitch by that every night. So of course, when I don't have that, my eyes are struggling a bit. I did have my eyes recently tested, and my eyesight hasn't changed in 10 years. So there's no issues there whatsoever. It's just that I'm finding those smaller counts, especially opalescent, because it mimics another hole. I did do some travel stitches on that 32 count opalescent linen. Thought I was going well in the car. And when I say in the car, I'm not a passenger. I'm at work. I've got there early. I'm just sitting in my car stitching before I start work. So I did some stitching, went home, checked it under the magnifier, and I went across 3 holes instead of 2, and did that in a few places. Just okay, my eyes clearly aren't seeing that as well as I thought they were. So anyway, Nicole suggested these reading glasses. They're 3.5, they actually have up to 3.5 times magnification available at the chemist. So I bought a pair and I tried them. Bear in mind, I can't look at anything else with these on. Everything is blurry. But when I look at my stitching and I hold it here, because I have a astigmatism in one eye and I'm long-sighted in the other eye or something. But anyway, I hold my stitching there, it magnifies it exactly like my magnifier in my lounge room. So that's going to be my savior for stitching in the car and stitching on the smaller count fabrics. So thank you again, Nicole. You've saved me. All you people, wonderful people coming up with suggestions. It's awesome, and it's just fantastic that now I can stitch that. I can stitch the flag when I need to in the car, and it's going to be so much better. And before anyone else suggests a travel magnifier, I do have one. It's a portable one, but it's fiddly to use in the car, and it's just not enough room. And yeah, these glasses are going to be work perfect. All right, so now that that's all mentioned, I just want to talk about my plans for February. So the 1st of February would have been the Nutcracker. Today is what's today? Is today 2nd? 3rd? Can't remember. Today's the 3rd of February. So what you saw for the Nutcracker is my February progress as well. So I'll probably show that again anyway. 2nd of February, I started my grandson's, yes, I'm letting you all know, my grandchild that is due this month will be a boy. So I will have a grandson and Hazel will have a brother, which is wonderful news. So I have started his birth announcement on the 2nd of February. So I will show that on the next video. Hopefully it'll be finished by the next video, but probably not. My daughter has decided on doing the same birth announcement that I did for Hazel, because she doesn't like the cutesy, colourful birth announcements, much to my dismay. She likes very simplistic, earthy colours. So she loved Hazel's and wants the same for her little boy when he's born. So that's okay, we'll do it again. And then obviously penguin mug, which you saw a little bit of, unfortunately, but I'll be working on that in February this week until that's finished. I'll also be working on my MERMAIDS until that has finished being beaded, and please keep your fingers crossed for me that I can get that done in time. Otherwise it's going to be a little bit embarrassing taking that to the retreat and she's not finished. And then I'm going to do another video at the end of the month. And that one, I'm going to try and do videoing at the retreat. I need to clear up some space on my phone because there's really no space on there at all. I'm surprised I can even do this video today. So look out, I'll probably do a separate video for that. So you'll have lots of inspiration. You can drool all over the TV while I show all the beautiful MERABILIA pieces that everyone has stitched and put on display. I cannot wait to see them. I cannot wait to add a whole heap more MERABILIAs to my wish list, because I know I will. And also I'll put some pictures of my grandson. So I'll just let you know that he has been booked in for a C-section on the 16th of February. His due date was the 25th of February, which I've mentioned before to you. That was while I was away on the retreat. Well, he's been showing a week bigger than what he should for his date of birth. So my daughter has opted to do the safe delivery. She had a cesarean, emergency cesarean with Hazel, which was very traumatic for her. It didn't go to plan. It wasn't supposed to have a cesarean, and you know, sometimes these things don't go to plan, but it was quite traumatic how it all went about. And the doctor has already warned that this baby could potentially be quite big, 8 to 9 pound. I'm stating right out now that I don't believe that's the case. I think she's just got fluid, because I was the same when I carried her. It was all fluid, and she's struggling with swollen ankles. She's got a lot of fluid. So I don't think he's going to be heavy. I think he'll be long because his dad's tall, but I can't see her having an 8 to 9 pound baby. So we'll see what happens. But I've got it out on video there that I'm saying that before it's happened. So all going well, he will be born on the 16th of February, unless he decides to come earlier. So I'll get to see him, I'll get to meet him and kiss and cuddle him before I have to leave for the retreat. And then I'll be itching to come back home for more kisses and cuddles before I have to go back to work. So that worked out really well in the end. So hopefully all goes well. Please keep us in your thoughts and well wishes, and we'd really appreciate that. So I think that will be it for today. I've got a whole heap of things to do before I can sit down and stitch. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all my subscribers. And if you're new to my channel, I hope you enjoyed what you saw today, and I'll have lots more to show you next month. So bye for now.